Ooh, it looked white from the top. Anyway, welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. We got another good show lined up today. Of course, I've been lagging this week. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I definitely have been lagging. We are not up on Twitch yet. I'm about to get them up and popping right now. But yeah. Hey, Davis Legacy Group. Welcome to Discussions with DT Parker. This is my chat, the other side of DT Parker. But welcome. I'm waiting for some more folks to hop on before we hop into today's conversation, so I don't have to keep repeating myself 1,000,000,001 times. They'll soon be on here. But I'm getting active on Twitch. IG Live is already active, of course, and this goes up on YouTube after. So thank you to the folks that run this back on YouTube. Thank you to the people that have already liked, subscribed, and followed to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow. And share, too. Please share. If you enjoy these videos, please share them. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. I guess I need to be saying that in between when I say discussions, like reintroduce the topic. I guess I need to be saying that part as well, because I have a bad habit. Hey, mama. I have a bad habit of not saying that repetitively. And I think that's the key. I think on YouTube they say you got to keep saying, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and share. But yeah, like I said, we got another good one, today. I feel like we've been on this parenting thing, but it is what it is. I don't know if you guys saw this story with this mother, who shot a 20-year-old man because he was underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Yeah. I don't know how I would have reacted to that either. But she shot him, and now they want to charge her with first-degree murder. Was this mother wrong? Was this mother wrong for what she did? Hold on, y'all. There we go. Was this mother wrong for shooting this 20-year-old? Listen. I got so many questions, but he's not here to answer any of those questions. So many questions, because, sir, why the heck were you in or underneath a 13-year-old girl's bed? Can we start off there? Please and thank you. Because I need answers. Like, who and why did you think that was okay? I read somewhere, and I'm not sure where I read, I'm trying to pull up my stuff now, that the young man had special needs. So, again, I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is, but that's what they're saying, that he was special needs. Why is this not restarting? Because I know for a fact, though, that there we go. Because I'm like, I know I sent my stuff over, but yeah, so now she's being charged with first-degree murder. Like I said, is this woman wrong for shooting and killing this 20-year-old man that was hiding underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed? What it do, chat? We quiet. What's going on? We quiet. This is discussions where everybody chats. I'm not the only one that chats. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Like I said, I'm not saying what this woman did was right, but I mean, no, on Instagram. What do you mean? On Instagram? What you mean, mama? On Instagram? Who was playing stupid game, get stupid prizes? I'm so confused. Hey, Steve. E. New folks, welcome. Discussions with DT Parker. We're chatting today about a woman who shot and killed a 20-year-old man who was hiding underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. And the mother did too. Just to get into the story, she already had warned the daughter, so clearly this seemed like this might have been a problem with the daughter, with her sneaking in boys, because she already warned her not to have no boys in her house. So, oh, no, I was sharing. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mama. She already warned the little girl not to have boys in her house. So, clearly, I hate to say it, but clearly the little girl was fast. So, that's all I'm saying. Finally, I think we're up on, we're about to be up on Twitch. There we go. So welcome to the chat, Twitch. I got some audio too, so I'm going to play some audio for you guys as well. But do you think she was justified in shooting and unaliving this 20-year-old man who was underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed, child? I could not even imagine. I don't even want to imagine. So that, yeah, like I was saying, the man's former teacher was saying he was special needs. Okay, so here is, I guess, the story. Take a listen.
40 a.m. and it happened at this home right across from me on Travis Road. Now, this all happened after a mother found a man in her house. She says he was hiding under a child's bed. When police arrived, they found the man dead near the front porch. This mother, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, is accused of allegedly shooting a man after he was caught hiding under her child's bed at 1:40 Thursday morning. Authorities have identified the man who was shot as Rodarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited to the home by a juvenile who allegedly snuck him in through the back door at 1 a.m. Just 30 minutes later, Scott came home. According to the child, Scott was banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" The child would later tell police she was scared of Scott because she had a gun in her hand and was angry. According to the child, Scott told her in the past, quote, "If she sees a boy in her house, she will put a hole in his." Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. Good afternoon, Stephanie.
So you got the story, right? New folks, welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. I don't know if you saw this story on social media, but I need to know if this mama was right or wrong and justified for what she did. But mother, she is being a Memphis mother is now being accused of fatally shooting a 20-year-old man, Hayshev, in the head after finding him under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. So what up, Gemini Smiley? Today's discussions the question is, was this mother wrong? She is now, understand, facing first-degree murder charges. They're trying to charge her with first-degree murder. Does the crime fit the punishment? Should she even be in jail? This man is 20. Or it was 20. Excuse me. May he rest in peace. But I'm just saying. Swisher said her mama tried to warn her. She tried to say, if you have any boys in this house, I'm going to put a bullet in their ass. I guess she let her know she wasn't playing about that bullet. She didn't only put it in the ass. Like I said, he was unalive. But was this mother... And welcome, new folks. If you're new to Discussions with Didi Parker, this is an interactive chat. I don't just do all the chatting. This ain't just me speaking. We actually have people that come on here on a daily basis and give their opinions and voice their opinions about different topics. So welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. But yes, do you think this mother was wrong? Does this mother deserve to be in jail? Gemini Smiley said the daughter knew he was there. Right, it's 1:40 a.m. in the damn morning. What the hell are you doing in my house? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if Memphis, and I'm pretty sure Memphis is a stand your ground state, why she couldn't use that in her defense. Like, she you know, I came home from work. I didn't know you know? I don't know. I wonder why that's not an option for her. If Memphis is, and I'll have to look that up, a stand your ground state, why she couldn't have said that, you know, hey, I was caught off guard. I thought somebody was breaking in my house. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to lie to kick it. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I understand that's the warning you gave your daughter, but that's stay between you and the daughter. Even though I think the daughter dry snitched on the mama. And I'm not sure how true these videos are that I'm seeing of the little girl defending this 20-year-old boy on the internet. Again, that's all allegedly, because I'm not 100% sure. Stevie said, frontier justice. What's frontier justice? I don't know what that means. What is frontier justice? I'm sorry, Stevie. I'm unfamiliar with that. Gemini Smiley said, nah, that murder. So you feel like she should be charged with murder because she shot him? I don't know. I mean, he was in her house. You know what I'm saying? She's coming home from work. She don't know that her daughter got some young boy underneath her bed. You gotta play things anyway. Mama said she shot him in the back of the head as he was running away. That's the reason why she can't. Hey, gentlemen, overlord. That's the reason why she can't use the stand your ground defense. That's the reason why. Because I believe, well, I'll speak for here in Georgia. Stand your ground. They have to be a threat. What is the word? An intermittent, whatever the word is, threat. Like, if they come in and break in the house and then you show the gun and then they run and you shoot them, I think that is considered murder, and that's not considered stand your ground. But if you pull a gun and then they like try to still come for you and you shoot them, I believe that's stand your ground. But I could be wrong. Again, I'm not well versed in those laws like that, because I'm not a gun owner. I petrify the guns. I know me. Petrify the guns. Swisher said shouldn't have shot him in the back of his head. Gemini Smiley said, you know your little fast ass daughter sneak guys. But Gemini, now she got to take the heat for her little fast ass daughter. Stevie said frontier justice is taking the law into your own hands. Oh, okay. That's basically what she did. Because she did, the little girl snitching, saying that the mama said that if she had any boys in the house that she was going to put one in there. She missed her and went straight for the... Mama said Swisher, she should have shot him in the front of his head. I'm just saying. Swisher said, should have popped him under the bed. Right. She waited until he got outside. And that's where I feel like the first degree murder charge is coming to play, because now you had time to think. He's running away. Now you had time to, okay, I got him. Let me reconsider. She probably shot him to, prove a point to her daughter. Like, girl, I told you not to play with me. See what happened when you play with me? But now she done ruined her life to prove a point. It's a sad situation. New folks, welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We're chatting about a Memphis woman who is now facing first-degree murder charges because she shot a 20-year-old man that was underneath her 13-year-old daughter's boyfriend. I don't know. Some would look at her as a hero.
Shooting took place here at around 1:40 a.m. and it happened at this home right across from me on Travis Road. Now, this all happened after a mother found a man in her house. She says he was hiding under a child's bed. When police arrived, they found the man dead near the front porch. This mother, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, is accused of allegedly shooting a man after he was caught hiding under her child's bed at 1:40 Thursday morning. Authorities have identified the man who was shot as Rodarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited to the home by a juvenile who allegedly snuck him in through the back door at 1 a.m. Just 30 minutes later, Scott came home. According to the child, Scott was banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" The child would later tell police she was scared of Scott because she had a gun in her hand and was angry. According to the child, Scott told her in the past, quote, if she sees a boy in her house, she will put a hole in his. Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. Good afternoon.
That little ninja should have climbed out the window. What the hell he was thinking about? Anyway, Mama said, but how she know who he was is her defense. Well, she had a Ring camera. So this kind of changes the game a little bit, because The little girl let the boy come over. They said at 1:40. 30 minutes later, the mama popped up, which means mama saw that man coming through her door on that Ring camera. So, this is going to be a hard case to prove. Because it's all on Ring camera. You knew that there was somebody you knew there was a boy in your house. And that prosecution is going to say, you knew that boy was at your house. You know because you saw it on Ring camera. We got the Ring cam footage. Play it back. They're going to play the Ring cam footage. Then they going to show her banging on the door. So, and her saying, open up the door. Open up the door. Who's in my damn house? They going to play all that back in court. She going to look crazy. Because again, you saw somebody in your house. You knew somebody was in your house. You knew a boy was in that house because that Ring camera footage is very clear. So now I understand why she's being charged with first-degree murder. I ain't saying it's right because again, why the hell was you underneath a 13-year-old girl's bed at 1:40 in the morning, sir? While her mama was at work, sir. So that don't excuse that behavior. Gemini Smiley said, when owning a firearm, hey Lala, when owning a firearm, got to know the rules and how to articulate why you shot a person after. Absolutely. Right. Especially, like I said, in Georgia, I know, you have the right to stand your ground. But at the moment that they turn their back, and they're trying to walk away from the situation, you no longer have the right to shoot them. Because now, I forgot what it's called. But they're leaving. They're fleeing. But if they still are trying to attack you, then that's when you have the right to stand your ground. Hey, Auntie. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Didi Parker. We're chatting about this Memphis woman who is now being charged with first-degree murder after shooting a 20-year-old man in the head after she found him underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Crazy situation. Switcher said a crime of passion. Nah. That's for... If she saw him on the Ring camera, I saw a Ring camera. And there's no way you went to work. I don't know what time she went to work, but 1:40 the boy snuck in and 30 minutes later you at the house banging on the door, talking about who's in my house. You know who's up in that house. She knew there was a boy in there. That's where the first degree murder. And I'm not saying it's right because, again, this 20-year-old should never have been at this little girl house. She 13. Gemini Smiley says she already knew he was there. Murder is the case that they gave her. Yep, murder is the case that they gave her. Mama said, Swisher right. Gemini said, no crime of passion. No crime of passion. Swisher said she could say she didn't see. That's going to be kind of hard to, how didn't you see but okay. Because depending on what time her schedule ended at work, here goes my investigation discovery kicking in, right? Depending on what time her schedule ended at work, because unless she was getting off, then I could see maybe, hey, one and only poetic, then I can see maybe her not knowing him being there. But the fact that the boy came over at 1:40, this young man came over at 1:40, 30 minutes later, she showed up to the house banging on the door. She definitely seen that ninja on that Ring camera. Talk about she said, who's at my house? And all of that is going to be on the Ring camera. Hopefully she's not on the Ring camera doing none of that. All of that is going to be on the Ring camera. If she's banging on the door, who's at my house? That's going to be on the Ring camera. They're going to play that back in court. So she's not going to be able to say, well, I didn't know. You popped up to the house 30 minutes later. Were you even done with your shift at work? That's all I'm saying. New folks, joining the conversation. Welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker. We're talking about this Memphis woman who is being charged with first-degree murder for unaliving a 20-year-old man. She shot him in the head after she found him under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. And like I said, listen, I'm not saying what she did was... But what I am saying is, it ain't going to be easy especially now with knowing the circumstances, I didn't even know she had a Ring camera. And like I said, if you work an overnight shift, 9 times out of 10, you ain't getting off at 1:40 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You probably just going into work. Hey, Larry, you just probably going into work. So you left work, okay? I don't know how it took her 30 minutes to get back to the house. You left work because you saw something on that Ring camera. And that's what they're going to say. And that's probably what's going to get her. I don't know if she'll be charged with first-degree murder. They may reduce it to manslaughter. But it ain't looking good. I'm just saying. Swisher said they got to prove she saw. It's all on the Ring camera. If she was cutting up like this little girl say she was cutting up, banging on the door, talking about who's in my house, it's going to be on the Ring camera. She ain't had time to delete no Ring camera footage. Swisher said could have been a car outside. I mean, a Ring camera isn't, unless they park it in your driveway, and hopefully, I don't think that, hey Harlem Nights, I don't think the boy was probably foolish enough, hopefully, to park in the driveway, hopefully. But then a teacher of his did say he was special needs, and I'm like, why did you even have to put that out there, he was special needs? It still don't change the fact that he was at a 13-year-old girl's house at 1:40 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Mama said he committed a crime by having sex with her daughter. Exactly. The folks, and I'm sorry, folks, I keep repeating because we keep having folks float in, but we are talking about the Memphis woman. I don't know if you saw this story. She's being charged with first-degree murder after unaliving a 20-year-old boy she found underneath her daughter's bed. The daughter is 13 years old. Auntie said that was that girl's boyfriend. Was it? Were they boyfriend and girlfriend? I see that part I didn't read. Mama said should have shot her. She should have shot her big mouth ass. Wait, what are you saying? She should have shot her big ass. She should have shot her big mouth ass too. Oh, the daughter snitched. Yeah, I don't know because I'm seeing videos circulating on social media with the daughter talking about F my mama, and I'm like, girl, your mama about to do a whole bit because you want to be out here fast and grown. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing today?
Yeah, girl, I'm good. I'm on my way to the job site.
Let's go! In this ATL traffic.
In the ATL traffic. I might as well be on live because I'm about to be in traffic for an hour.
Do you think this mom deserves to go to jail?
This is a sticky situation. This is a very sticky situation because, I mean, damn, first off, she should have had a conversation with her. Like, this is really bad parenting, honestly.
Yeah.
This is bad parenting. I remember when my son was around that age, and a 20-year-old is really a boy.
Okay.
Like, just because they are of age doesn't make them adults.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A 20-year-old is still a boy.
He was talking to a 30-year-old. Come on now.
I mean, a 20-year-old is still a boy. And
a 13-year-old?
Somebody should have told him. But see, this is a sticky situation because do we know if the 13-year-old was giving him her real age?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't gonna sit here in front like I ain't ever lied about my age when I was younger to talk to other boys.
Yeah.
I mean, to talk to.
Uh-oh. Is it me or is it Tan? I think it's Tan. Mama said she told her daughter, she warned her.
Got me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. Okay, what were you saying? You said you lied about your age.
Yeah, like I've lied about my age before. You know what I'm saying? When I was 13 and wanted to talk to a 16, 17-year-old. I'm just saying, like, we got to be honest. Like, it's a lie. Because why the mother didn't have a conversation with her daughter to say, hey.
She warned her. She told her, if you bring any boys in this house, I'm going to put one in.
Oh, yeah, I read that. You're right. Yeah. I read that. But that's the thing. Like, when you understand gun violence, you understand the laws. You can't tell somebody, well, if you bring somebody in this house, you can't. Yeah, she need to go to jail.
So you think she's justified first degree murder? You think she should get
That's
first
not
degree?
justified. That's not a justified murder, because I mean that's not a justified shooting. Because if you
No. What I'm asking you is, you think she should be charged with first degree murder?
Yeah, I do, because when you look at it according to the law, when you look at it according to what the law says, you know, there are certain stipulations that you have a right to shoot somebody in your home.
Yeah.
It has to be an unwanted intruder, and they have to be, you know, presenting a threat. And a 20-year-old man that your daughter invited into your home is not a threat. It's not, you know, it's not exhibiting behavior of imminent threat to where now I gotta take your life.
I disagree, because if a 20-year-old nigga was under my daughter's bed, I might have to do.
Even if she invited him?
I don't care.
If she invited him? Oh, that's not lawful.
If you know how old this child is, and you know you are underneath the bed, so you must know that this child is not old enough to have company, because you're underneath a bed, so you know better.
It depends on the 13-year-old, honey.
Why are you underneath the bed? That would be my question. Why am I underneath the bed?
Because I'm just saying, I'm not making it okay. I'm just saying it's not enough details to make it be like, oh yeah, she need to get off or she need to go to jail. At the end of the day, the law has really strict stipulations that you can, you know, disarm your firearm in your home. There has to be an imminent threat of danger.
I'm still caught up on the fact that
it can't just be, oh well, my daughter invited this man into my house.
She's 13. She's 13.
But did he know that? Did he know that?
I don't know what this young man knew or didn't know. Mama says, hold on, let me read some comments. Okay. Mama said he's a man in the eyes of the law. Gemini Smiley said that don't give mom the right to shoot him though. Auntie said she may have looked older. Mama said ignorance is no excuse. I still say a crime of passion. She lost her mind. Auntie said, but maybe he didn't know. And Mama said she's not consenting age. It's the law. What up, Tasha? Gemini Smiley said it's grown women and men that sneak people in their parents' house. Stop it. Who do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who do that?
It's grown people who do that though. It's people of age that do that. I'm just saying. I know it's pitiful, but it's happening. I raised a 13-year-old girl that got pregnant at 13, that lied about her age to a 20-year-old.
You said,
and I took care of. She was 13, and she got pregnant. She got pregnant by a 20-year-old. And when I sat down and had a conversation with him about how you got a 13-year-old girl pregnant, like, dang, that means you started talking to her when she was 12.
Yeah.
And she's 13, and now she's pregnant by you. He was like, every time she came to our apartment, she never told me she was 13. And a 20-year-old boy, I don't care what nobody say, a 20-year-old, that's a child. That's a child. A 20-year-old is still a child. That ain't no grown man. I mean, yeah, he should know certain things, but I mean,
Gemini Smiley said it don't be the men all the time. I'm just saying. You got a point. It don't be the men all the time. You ain't lying. It be
and she, yeah.
I just saw a woman get kicked out of a young boy's house. The mama kicked her out and told her she was disgusting for laying up in her house with her son. I forgot how old the son was, but she was in her 40s, and I think he was. I don't even think he was a teenager yet. He was.
Yes, it don't always be the men.
Huh?
It don't always be the men. It really don't.
So, good point, Gemini Smiley. Mama said, Gemini Smiley, some men like them young. Gemini Smiley said the young girls act older, the older women act younger to get men. Okay. Let me repeat this. Harlem Nights new folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're chatting about the Memphis woman. I don't know if you saw this story where she unalived a 20-year-old man. She shot him in the head after finding him under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. The man's former teacher said he was special needs. But yeah, the story overall is tragic. But the question today is, should she be charged with first-degree murder? Should she be charged with murder at all? You know,
if it's true that she made the comment, that if you ever bring a boy in my house, if you ever bring a man in my house, if she ever made that comment that if you ever bring a man in my house, I'll kill him, I'll shoot him, that's premeditated. That'll be seen in court as premeditated.
She didn't say what boy.
Don't matter. That's still premeditated.
I thought you had to say a specific person. Like
in court, in court, they're gonna say premeditation. And if she say, "Well, I thought he was raping her under the bed," you thought he was raping her under the bed? Because if he was raping her, he wouldn't have ran under the bed.
Well, there's ways. I think she could possibly say, well, I didn't know he was in the house. But then I said she can't get away with that because she has a Ring camera in the front of her house. And if the boy came over at 1:40 and then it took you 30 minutes to come home, that means you saw him pull up in the Ring camera.
Yeah.
You saw him enter the house. Meaning you, and the little girl said she was yelling and banging on the door talking about who's in my house, who in my house. So all of this.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You got valid point.
She going to jail. She going to jail.
Mama say I say manslaughter, not murder. Tasha said, and here I am lying and telling men I'm 75, so they'll get the hell away from me. I will lie about my age and tell a man I'm someone's grandma, and they still want to hit it. Trust me, there's men out here that got old pum pum fetishes. Excuse my language.
Right.
I told you I watched a lot of Investigation Discovery. There was a granny, no disrespect. I think she was like 85 in her 90s, and one of the little young boys ran up and raped her. You know what I'm saying? I say, oh my goodness, why would he want to do that to granny?
It be people staying in nursing homes getting raped.
Yeah. So you just
living in the nursing home, getting raped every day.
I don't know if she should be charged with first-degree murder. I don't know.
I feel like manslaughter is really when you kind of kill somebody by accident, by negligence. So it wouldn't be manslaughter, because manslaughter means you like neglected something or you mistakenly killed somebody. That wasn't a mistake. She told her daughter, if you bring somebody in this house,
be quiet, lady. My mama said her pum pum not old. I'm sorry. I don't know how to. Listen, I was in the hospital, lady. She had geriatric pum pum. I was like, girl, you need to get that wolf because it's wolfing. Let me stop. I'm sorry.
But I told you, people be getting raped in the nursing home. Girl, them folks be having sexually transmitted diseases and don't even know it.
Because somebody done raped them.
I know that's off topic, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, great them. But yeah, you were saying it's not manslaughter. What up, got you open ENT? You're saying it wasn't manslaughter.
No, because manslaughter is like, if you you catch a manslaughter charge by being negligent. Like, say for instance, if you drunk driving.
I see you, Auntie.
If you drunk driving and you hit somebody and you kill them, you didn't technically mean to run the person down with your car. You know what I'm saying? You was drunk, you was driving. That's a manslaughter charge. I don't think you should be
charged with first-degree murder, because this boy is of an age. He was 20 years old and he was dealing with her 13-year-old daughter. So that's
but if he was special needs, he wasn't 20 years old intellectually.
Okay, well, somebody should have had a hold of him. So whose fault is this?
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's somebody's fault.
Somebody should have had a hold of him. And if he was special, yeah. Okay. New folks, welcome. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We're chatting about a Memphis woman who is now being charged with first-degree murder for unaliving a 20-year-old man after catching him underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. question today is, should this mother be charged with first-degree murder? Mama, I'm sorry, Auntie said it's sad that happened. Sounds premeditated. I think if she had taken a breath, she should have talked to the young man. Now we will never know his side of the story.
Yeah, she let her
Gemini.
emotions get the. She did. She let her emotions get the best of her.
Well, she already said she was gonna put a hot one in somebody's ass.
That's premeditated. That's premeditated. Just so
She
y'all
already
know, that's
said that.
premeditated.
She said she was gonna put a hot one in somebody. Let me catch, but you know how well, parents, they be threat. Let me catch somebody in this house that ain't supposed to be in this house.
That's
And
what
it's
made
gonna
it
be-
premeditated.
Oh well, we used to
Why
get
you
threatened.
going to jail?
We used to get threatened as kids. Now you can't even threaten these kids.
Mm-mm.
Who said this? Gemini Somali said, "Wow, Mama, she's a piece of work today, ain't she?" Gemini. Tasha said, "I thought he was running out the house. Why did she kill him? He was running out the house. She shot him in the back of the head."
Premeditated.
Mama said, "Maybe second or third degree, not first degree." Gemini Smiley said, "Wow, Didi, I'm surprised at you today." I'm just saying, it was Wolf. I can't help because it was Wolf. I said, yeah. Tasha said, "What is this little girl saying?" The little girl, Tasha, I don't know this to be true, so I can confirm nor deny. But from social media, when I was scrolling through social, I did see like videos of her saying, "Rest in peace to this boy," and F her mom. But again, I can't confirm nor deny. That's all allegedly, by the way. So she's saying F her mom. But
see, one thing that we're forgetting, by the time a child turns 30, by the time, especially a girl, and especially when she starts having sex, y'all, we've been girls. Come on, y'all. By the time a child turns 13, a 13-year-old child is not the same as a 6-year-old child. And a lot of times these 13-year-old little girls, they don't act like 13-year-old little girls.
Well, yeah.
You know, and look at who they listening to. They, look at the music we're allowing our girls to listen to, and what it's turning them into is not 13-year-old little girls.
Okay, so you do agree the music does have influence.
Oh yeah, definitely. Music, TV.
Let me ask you a question, because you have a daughter, and if a 20-year-old man was trying to holler at your 13-year-old daughter, what would that look like?
See, those are conversations that we have had over the time, like over years. Like, these are conversations that you should be having with your kids as children. I've talked to Lanesha a lot of times, not just about a 20-year-old man, hell, a 20-year-old woman too.
Okay.
Because, you never know. You got to be gender fluid with these kids and be ready for whatever. But like I tell my daughter, you're not in adulthood. That's not where you are in life. So anybody that you consider somebody that you would date, or that's along the lines of somebody you would consider a date or a significant other, they need to be where you are in life. And somebody that's 3, 4, 5 years older than you, they're not where you are in life. So you need to consider realistically, like, yeah, we be around people, yeah, we have a good time, yeah, we enjoy time together. Oh, they got this must be the presidential thing.
Oh, that man's in town?
Yeah, that dude was out here, child. They done shut all the 75 down.
Oh, damn. They will do that.
Girl. But these are conversations that we used to have, even with my son. I used to have these conversations with my son as well. Basically telling him, check these little girls, because they be lying about their age. I used to tell my son that. You got to be careful. Don't just be believing what no little girls say to you. She been invited you to her house, and the next thing you know, her daddy there, and the next thing you know, you become a victim.
Yeah.
And my son's mindset was more like, well, I'll learn the hard way. I'll find.
Did he learn the hard way?
Yeah, that's what he used to tell me. I'll just learn the hard way. Oh, okay. Well, if that's your choice, but I'm telling you, this is going on out here in these streets. The same conversations I had with him, I had with Lanesha and my baby. And I would be like, hey, you got to be careful, because there's people out here that play mind games.
Yeah.
You know, and they realize that, you know, your mind can be controlled just by their actions. So you
Right.
need to be mindful and don't be hiding things from me. And you can hide stuff from me, but you need to understand that I'm your biggest advocate. I'm the one that's going to protect you. So when somebody else do something to you and they have you in a bad situation, I'm the person you're going to have to run to. So you
Yeah.
might as well let me know in the beginning so that we can avoid the calamity in the end.
Yeah.
You know, so I never gave my kids a reason to hide things from me. You know, I would let them do certain things, but within certain parameters.
Right.
But that's a conversation she should have been had with her daughter. Like, hey, if you bring somebody in this house, you
She
putting their
did though.
lives in
She
danger.
warned her. She
No,
told
she
her.
told her. No, she told her what she was gonna do to the person. If she, that ain't the same.
Well, we got warned, and when
That
we
ain't the
got warned,
same.
we took heed. We wasn't. We took heed.
Yeah, that
See,
ain't the same.
our parents instilled the fear of God in us. Okay, we feared them. We didn't play them games. Auntie said either way she going to jail. Gemini
Where she
Smiley said
going?
exactly. Mama said 13 is the witching age. You want to put hands on them.
I'm
Okay.
saying, yeah.
Tasha
They
said,
get to
oh
that
no.
13 age, they start having them hormonal issues, and then the next thing you know, you ready to go to jail.
Ooh, jail. You still ready to go to jail, Harlem Nights?
Listen, I done told my daughter many days, honey, I will braid hair for commissary. Just know I will braid hair for commissary. In fact, that's what her graduation shirt. When I get my graduation shirt, when she get ready to graduate, my graduation shirt gonna say, I would have braided hair for commissary, but she made it.
I ain't messing with you. Tasha said, oh no, I have shut down plenty of older guys from hooting and hollering at my daughters, and I've talked to my daughters about not acknowledging any type of attention from older males. Okay. Mama said my kids were not allowed to date at 13. Yeah, we couldn't. And Tasha said my older just started supervised dates at 17. Mama Bear run a strip camp around here. I know that's right, Mama Bear.
Good.
I know that's right.
I wasn't allowed to date either.
And to what age?
What, about 17?
It was about 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was especially, listen, the boys, it was a different set of rules. My brother had a whole living girlfriend. Don't let my mama lie to you. Don't let mama lie to kick in the day chair.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is not fair. I can't even have boys in my room. But he gets a whole living girlfriend. What is this? What is this about Harlem Nights?
Was she pregnant?
No.
Oh.
She was having some issues with her family, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tasha said, I can honestly say I'm grateful that my girls aren't boy crazy at all. My daughter is so focused on college. I'm so thankful she understands she has plenty of time for guys later after she is an adult. That's good stuff. Yeah. Because this little 13 hot tamale over here done got somebody shot in the head by trying to invite him over at 1:40 in the morning.
And you know what's funny is a lot of those ways come from our parents.
She knew her mama was crazy. She probably tried to test her mama. That was the test. And mama failed.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, mama said not at 13. What age did that girl come and move in? We was in high school. She moved in. Hey, Yari's 22. But yeah, I'm still I don't think she should get first degree murder. I'm sorry.
I think the fact that she said that to her daughter is what's making it worthy of first degree murder.
Yeah, but that's her word against her daughter's word. We don't know if she said that to be a fact. That's hearsay.
Right.
I need to go back to we need to go back to law school, Harlem Nights.
Listen, I don't know much about law school, but I know gun rights. And I know gun laws. And I know you can't just tell somebody that you're going to kill somebody if you catch them in your house.
That's not what I'm arguing. If I'm her lawyer, that's hearsay.
Okay.
That's hearsay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But they got cameras and phones and all kind of stuff. So
well, hopefully in her case it's not recorded. But what's going to get her is what's that Ring camera is going to get her. Because
but also her daughter can make a statement in court under oath.
Okay, and it's still hearsay because it's her word against her mama word. But mama not looking good. Mama batting the average of whatever they bat in baseball.
Yeah.
Not looking good right now.
Right.
Tasha said exactly, Harlem. What crazy is my mama and aunts took us with them to Kappa beach parties and Splash. You went to the parties, girl. You went
Listen.
to the parties, Tasha. Tasha from
I'm just
Dallas
saying.
to Harlem. You know
Hey,
that.
Tasha. No.
Oh, okay.
Do I know you, Tasha? Ain't no telling.
Mama said she was 15 or 16. Who was 15 or 16? And Auntie said F.A. would blame it on single parent homes. Yes, we know. Hey, DJ Kid Tree. We know he would blame it on baby mama culture. Because baby mamas are the reason why this country
the whole world is a mess because
right
of baby
now.
mamas.
Not because we have an idiot running the White House, but because of baby mama culture. Okay, I'm done.
Right.
Mama said to you, you already know. Tasha said, like, we were little fast asses in training. And if y'all never heard of Kappa Beach Party, Honey Child, it was not a place for children. I ain't never heard of that, girl.
I have.
Where's that at in Dallas?
They used to have a Kappa Beach Party in Dallas. I remember they had them in Florida. They had them in Houston.
Was that
wherever the Kappas was at?
Was that during? Well, no, I didn't go to there. I went to what was it? Spring break, the Black Spring Break. When they used to, I think it was one of them places in Florida, and the way that them men was, I was like, I'm gonna end up in jail. I'm never coming back here again. I'm gonna end up in jail because it was just too much. The men was trying to grope on your ear. No, jail, don't do all that. Auntie said to you, Mama, you already know. Tasha said, no, we never met, but we probably passed each other a time or two, Harlem.
What part of town you in?
And Gemini Smiley said, LOL, he FAB right though. FA is not here to defend himself. Y'all better leave FA alone before he come back with his baby mama culture. Auntie Mama said to you, Auntie, everything was baby mama fault. And everybody's like, yes, y'all are hilarious. Y'all gonna wait till FA not on this chat today to go in on FA.
Girl, because you know everything is baby mama culture fault, honey.
I'm pretty sure she'll probably be like, see, this is what happens when the dad is not, and you make these babies by these men that don't want these babies.
But then you'd have to explain the fathers who done killed boys that they done found in their house.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Because there are some situations where the father caught a boy in their house and killed the boy.
Why Mama said it's a crime of passion, because what's the crime of passion? Isn't that like when you do something like sporadically? You don't
emotionally driven.
Yes. You don't intend to do it, but because you were so driven by emotions, that's what offsets you, and that's what made you do it. Mm-hmm. I can see that now, Mama, it being a crime of passion, because maybe she was so filled with emotion that this little badass girl ignored her.
But that's not gonna get her off. She's still gonna catch it. She's still gonna get some time.
Tan, you telling me if you found a 20-year-old man underneath your daughter's bed, you wouldn't get the captain?
I mean, I'm willing to braid hair for commissary. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just saying. You know, I'm okay. Like, I'll go sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would understand that I was wrong. I mean, I don't know. I'd definitely have to have a come to Jesus moment and be like, honestly, did you know she was 13?
Questions first, and then you shoot
I'm asking questions.
Then you gonna shoot him in his pinky toe?
I'm probably not gonna shoot him just because of the laws. I'm gonna beat he gonna have a problem on his hands. He gonna catch these hands. He gonna catch these hands. But you gotta understand, see, I have a son. My son is 26, and I know who he was at 20. Mm-hmm. So because I have a child who happened to have been 20, I know what a 20-year-old boy is. So I'm not, like, all 20-year-old boys are not predators. Yeah. So I'm not just necessarily going to look at him as a predator because he young and dumb and full of cum. Like that's not a reason enough to go kill somebody.
I got
Now
you.
these hands, he gonna catch these hands, and then I'm gonna find his mama and his daddy, and then I'm gonna tell them why he caught these hands, and then I'm gonna explain to them, y'all need to teach your child that he could lose his life.
Yeah.
Like, why have y'all not taught him that he could lose his life doing this? He can. Somebody will kill him. Everybody ain't gonna be a parent like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll probably go to jail for him catching these hands. I'll go to jail for assault. I probably won't go to jail for murder. I'm not gonna take somebody's life if they're not threatening mine.
I got you. Tasha said the original was Galveston to on the beach where the Houston rappers, Houston Culture, HBCU Greek Society threw a week-long spring break party, and Splash was
I went to PV, so yeah, I remember
version.
So I went to Prairie View, so I remember the Kappa Beach parties.
Yeah, I've never been, girl. Harlem, I grew up downtown, but my daddy and them from South Oak Cliff. We grew up off Willard, Illinois area.
Ooh.
Girl. They set it up.
Don't mess with her. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Don't mess with her.
What are you saying, Mama? Is that a Wushai breeze? Wushai? Yeah. This, like you said, Harlem, this one was a tricky situation. Yeah. This one was tricky today. Because I'm like, well, I mean, you was 20. You should have knew better. You know what I'm saying? To be under some
but if they don't, girl, a 20-year-old boy be more led by his other head than any other male person. When a man is 20 years old, girl, that's what they be focused on. How many times can I release?
Yeah, but now
that's what his mind was on. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody should have taught him better. He should have been taught, you know.
And I can't say the mama didn't do her job, because she told that little badass girl, if you bring boys in this house, it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah,
trouble.
But the little girl, I mean, the little girl, for one thing, you know, if he's 20, if he's 20 and he's special needs, like in order to really judge this, you need to know, like, how far on the spectrum is he. You know what I'm saying? What does he really understand? Does he really know that she was 13 years old? Did the little girl manipulate? Little girls can be manipulative. See, a lot of times we try to act like anything that's female is the victim.
I mean, but she is the child for real in this situation. He's not.
Yeah, but she's acting as a child. We just seen a child yesterday. We just looked at a child yesterday that was screaming at the father, that was screaming at the stepdad.
Yeah, but we can't. Well,
you see what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the child. Like, just because she's 13 years old don't mean that she's a 13-year-old little victim. We got some 13-year-old little tyrants. We got some 11-year-old little tyrants. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom worked in the neonatal ICU at Parkland Hospital for over 30 years. And all I've ever seen was teenagers riding through there. All I've ever seen was little kids riding through.
Can you see me, Jan?
Yeah.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? They might not be able to hear me. I want to make sure they can hear me, because my phone just got a phone call while I was on live.
But I was just saying, I've seen a lot of situations where, like, my mom used to work at Parkland Hospital in the neonatal ICU unit. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the patients that she helped, or a lot of the patients that she treated, people coming in there having babies was 9, 12, 11, 13, 14, because their bodies are too young to carry these babies, and they having the babies too early. So the babies are being born in the neonatal ICU. I've seen a lot of teenage sex, a lot of teenage baby making, a lot of teenage babies. So a lot of times when these girls, and I know even cousins that I done had and friends that I done had, I didn't do it at 13, because at 13 I was locked down in the church. That's just where I was in my life at 13 years old. You know, I was a church girl up until I got about 17, 18. Then I left. Then I came right on back to church. But when a girl turns 13, 14 years old, you know, they start having hormonal issues. And sometimes it be earlier than that. And
Yeah.
depending on who they being raised by.
Uh-oh. You cut out, Tan. She got a phone call. I got a phone call. Tasha said I wouldn't. We can't hear you, Tan. I know y'all said y'all can hear me, so I'm gonna read these comments really quickly. Tasha said, I wouldn't have killed that guy, but I'm like Kevin Hart with the random gun compartments around the house. Gemini Smiley's laughing, clapping. Tasha said, what kind of special needs though? Because they all don't be that special. A lot of people on the spectrum are very smart and functional. I'm with you, Tasha. They are smart, for for what you are doing. Mama said, or his mind could be of that of a 13-year-old. Pecan Brown said there may have been issues between the daughter and the mom. Gemini Smiley said it's some little horrors out here. I'm sorry. Tasha said, okay. Granny had me in Mount Calvary in 3-piece suits at 13. I can hear you. I can't hear Harlem. Okay. There she is. Pecan Brown said, why would she say F you about the mom at 13? Seems like she may have a problem. Yeah. Because allegedly, Pecan Brown, I saw, allegedly, I don't know how true, and I don't know if that's the little girl, but allegedly she's on social media saying F her mom. So, just overall a sad situation. Did you see the other situation where the girl and the boyfriend plotted and killed her whole family? Yes. Yeah, killed the whole family. He had the boyfriend do the dirty work. Now he's being charged as an adult while she's being charged as a juvenile.
And see, that's what's weird is because we try to act like if you're a female, you're a victim or you're a target because you're a female. It's some women out here that's more narcissistic than any man could be.
I'm sure she probably set him up to do it.
It's some women out here.
But because he did it, there go F.A. F.A., you was just the talk of the town. Who gonna run this town tonight? F.A.
Yeah, they've been on F.A., man.
F.A., they was on you, F.A. You wanted to wait. Here you go. He ready to defend himself. Come on, F.A., to the party. New folks, I apologize. We keep repeating. F.A., you was just a hot topic, friend.
Okay, what was they on me about? What I do now?
Because we're gonna see how you gonna side with this topic here today. And
okay,
are we placing bets, ladies? Mama, auntie, F.A., Harlem, what F.A.'s about to say about this topic here? You ready for it, F.A.? You sit
let's
down.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
A Memphis mother is being charged with first-degree murder for fatally shooting a 20-year-old man she found underneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Take a listen to the audio really quickly.
She's been charged with murder?
Stephanie, this shooting took place here at around 1:40 a.m. and it happened at this home right across from me on Travis Road. Now, this all happened after a mother found a man in her house. She says he was hiding under a child's bed. When police arrived, they found the man dead near the front porch. This mother, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, is accused of allegedly shooting a man after he was caught hiding under her child's bed at 1:40 Thursday morning. Authorities have identified the man who was shot as Rodarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited to the home by a juvenile who allegedly snuck him in through the back door at 1 a.m. Just 30 minutes later, Scott came home. According to the child, Scott was banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" The child will later tell police she was scared of Scott because she had a gun in her hand and was angry. According to the child, Scott told her in the past, quote, if she sees a boy in her house, she will put a hole in his. Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. Good afternoon.
The mama said she told police, I saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do.
Yeah, she going to jail.
Does she deserve to be charged with first-degree murder?
100%. 100%. Based on the things I heard, At first, I was about to be like, no. But then when I realized he was invited in
by the daughter, the
by the
13-year-old.
little girl, I'm sure she's a baby mother. There's no man that live in the house, right? I'm just saying, there's no man that live in that house because it sounds like the mother is like the authority, right? She said she.
Hey, I would have won this bet because you said exactly what we do.
I mean, I know she. I mean, she is though, because to me, a man wouldn't have to shoot. You know what I'm saying? A guy in the head. I'm assuming like maybe sounds like she's angry. But I was like maybe it's a size difference and all of that type of stuff. And she was in fear. But then it sounds like no, she was invited. And she was the one probably in furious, not in fear, but in anger.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in fear. You shot somebody in the back of the head. That's not fear. That person is trying to get away from you.
Right. Well, yeah, theoretically, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. My feelings is she should go to jail. I mean,
And no, FA, I don't think there was a father present in the house.
I can tell based on what the lady said. She said, if I ever catch a man in this house, I'm going to put a bullet in her head. That means that little girl be having niggas in the house all the time.
I'm saying. That's what makes it premeditated.
I don't think she should get first-degree murder.
That don't want to make it premeditated, but that definitely is murder one. It sounds like.
That's murder one. If you make a confession and say, you bring somebody in this house, I'm going to shoot them. They bring somebody in the house and you indeed shoot them.
That's not necessarily premeditated. Right,
but
you would have to know about. It would have to be a specific person, not just any
that's
random
what I thought.
person. Yeah, but premeditated, that's definitely not murder. See, these things mean different in different states. Like murder one, murder two. Like DC, we don't have murder one, murder two. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on where you live. But she should definitely get the second one. I don't know about premeditated.
Second-degree murder?
Second-degree murder, yeah. But either way, she's still getting.
You think she should go to jail for something?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For murder. She should go to jail for murder.
Even though that this man was 20 years old.
Yeah, I don't care if he was 50. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because he already got his penalty.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. So he already got his judgment. See, if she would have shot him, then I would have been saying he needs to go to jail for
messing with a 13-year-old.
Messing for a young girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Statutory. But he already got his judgment. He got the death penalty.
All right, let me read some of these comments because they're funny. Tasha said, FA, come shed your light on this baby mama culture crime.
Yeah.
Tasha said, FA, exact words, I'm not surprised this baby mama culture raises whores. Where is his father? I bet this wouldn't happen if the father was in
Yeah.
But for the record, it would happen if a father was there, because it has happened. There are cases where fathers have killed people in their homes from men coming in there dealing with their daughters.
No, he wasn't talking about death. She wasn't talking about murder. She was talking about the less likelihood of this young girl being promiscuous and fast. Not that.
That's what I'm saying. It's been situations like that. What I'm saying is there's been situations like that where the girl is being fast and the father caught somebody in the house.
Right. We're saying it's less likely that the girl would be fast, period. You're concluding
she had her father?
Yes.
No. I'm going to call bullshit on that. I'm going to call bullshit on that because I got young girls that got fathers that are fast, that grew up fast as hell. So that's bullshit. A father does not stop a girl.
So she insinuating that women that grow up with children, young girls that don't grow up with a father and young girls that do grow up with a father, they equally have the same amount of opportunity to be a likelihood of being promiscuous. Is that what you're saying?
I know some girls.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Two-parent households.
That's false, y'all.
Yeah.
That's false.
Exactly what I'm saying. So then we'd have to explain how we got pastors with kids. Mm-hmm. Pastors have whole wives and their daughters be whores in the church. Same thing with their sons.
That ain't got nothing to do. That don't. You're naming. I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying in general. We're saying that fathers. Right. We're saying that fathers will stop daughters from being promiscuous or lessen the chances. That's not
To
always
me,
true.
this is ridiculous. This is what I'm saying though. To me, this is the problem. When people use anecdotal experiences, meaning they point to a friend, or I know this one friend, and I have a person that does this and done that, and to insinuate that having a father in the home doesn't lower the chance of a young girl
The
being
reality is it
promiscuous
doesn't.
is that's false, because
It
a
doesn't.
lot of young girls that are promiscuous, the majority of young girls that are promiscuous is usually out of a low self-esteem, and seeking validation out of other guys because they don't have a father. This is why it's so important for fathers to love your daughters and to be the first lover of your daughter, because you are the anchor for their self-esteem, for their confidence, how their self-respect for themselves. So to say fathers being in the house does not determine in any way, shape, or form that this young girl being a whore. It's just false, y'all. It's just false.
Hold on, let me read some comments.
Um,
Auntie said bingo. Tasha laughed. Gemini Smiley said boom, murder. Mama said them church girls be fast. Auntie said the mother is going to jail. Tasha said she's going to jail. It don't matter what the charge is. Mama said to you, Auntie, we talked him up. And Auntie said, right. Y'all sure did, Tasha said. And Tasha said, baby, I was more afraid of my father than I was of the Lord.
Amen.
And Auntie said, I was afraid of my mother.
but
And
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Yeah, just because we can sit on this phone and act like because a girl got a father in her life that has a less likely chance of being promiscuous. That is not always the case. There are a lot of girls out here that hide shit from their dads.
Do you know what less likely means?
Hold
Less likely
on.
doesn't mean always. That's
Hold on. I'm just saying, there is no. If we put this on a scale,
right.
It's not going to tip to one side or the other.
Yes, it will.
Because at the end of the day,
100%.
women make choices. Women make choices based on what they want. And just because a woman decides to be promiscuous does not always mean that she has
How do you think they
low
determine
self-esteem.
what they want? How do you think they get what they want? How do you think they determine what they want?
Just because a woman decides to be promiscuous, this is what we got to stop. We got to stop thinking that because a woman decides to be promiscuous or have multiple partners, she has low self-esteem.
She do.
Or she has a low
You do.
Okay, well, I'm going to let y'all believe that.
Oh no, there's something wrong with you as a woman if you.
I'm gonna let y'all believe that.
If you want to sleep with a bunch of different men, it is something wrong with you as a woman.
I mean, there's something wrong. That doesn't necessarily have to mean low self-esteem or low self-image.
Oh, fair enough. Whatever you want to name, as long as you acknowledge that there's something wrong.
Well, let's see how the chat feels about it. Chat.
Yeah.
That if a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, she has low self-esteem.
Let me ask you this real quick. Answer with yes or no, please, both of y'all. Is the woman the prize?
Yes.
In the relationship? Okay, fair enough. What about you? You think the women
are
the prize?
I believe both are the prize.
Okay, so no. So
I don't believe that the woman alone is the prize.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying that I don't either, but in general, women typically is considered the prize. Okay, fair enough. Can the woman be the prize if she's giving herself to a bunch of different people?
Can one man be the prize if she's giving herself to a bunch of different people?
I say, can the woman still be the prize if she's giving herself to a bunch of different people?
It depends on how she sees herself in her own eyes.
So she determines if she's the prize.
Yeah.
That's foolish. That is foolish.
He's going to say that men determine. Men determine.
Let me tell you something. Don't nobody determine whether I'm the prize or not.
Okay, you talking about some self-esteem stuff.
I'm just
you
saying,
talking about words of affirmation. You stare in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful and all that stuff.
And that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about, because I don't have to do that every day to know what I'm worth. I don't have to stand in the mirror every day to know what I'm worth. I wasn't saying you
personally.
I'm just saying everybody don't have to do that. The person who's holding the reward should be the one to determine what the reward is worth to them.
Somebody
on the outside. Nobody on the outside of me don't get to tell me what I'm worth or whether I'm the prize or not. That don't make sense.
You don't. Yes, we do. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. But the reality
accept it.
That's fine. You don't have to accept it.
I may not be a prize to you. I may not be a prize to you.
Do you think things have value? Do you think things have value, or do you think everything is subjective?
I feel like
I
everything is
mean,
subjective.
Esther, she
So,
does have a point because look, Drake's baby mama, who was a whole porn star, is married. So I guess
what does that mean?
the prize is in the beholder,
No, no. Okay, so listen, y'all confused on what the
or the
prize
value is
means.
in the. That's what I meant. The value is
Yeah.
in the beholder because her
Right.
value didn't decrease. She still got married.
Her- no. Just because you get married don't mean your value didn't decrease.
Oh,
Let's be
okay.
very clear. Yeah. Just because you get married don't mean because all married women are not on the same level either. What are we
Okay.
talking about? There's levels to this. You see what I'm saying? Now, she was fortunate enough. Any porn star is fortunate to get married, but a porn star could never be a prize. I don't unless she's born again. And
I meant value because this
yeah.
man.
No, a porn star can never have value. There's no way any rational man can ever look at a woman that has slept with hundreds and maybe thousands of men and look at her like she is a prize. I need y'all to know that. And I
Even
don't
though
care if
she's
she
married,
tells
she's still
herself.
not the prize.
No, I'm not. I'm saying in general, she's not a prize to this guy. He may have
She's her
loved her
husband's prize.
and wanted. Yeah, he may call it that, but he couldn't. Well, put it like this: if he was to enter a room full of normal, functioning, sane men and say, "I got me a good woman. I got me a keeper. I got me a porn star that slept with thousands of men. I'm a lucky man." We would look at him like he needs to be drug tested.
But I think that's what Harlem Nights was saying, that the prize is determined by the buyer. I guess what you're saying too,
I
by the
think
Right.
that
buyer.
Yeah. No. Right. But it's just not one buyer though. But it's, in this particular instance, it's how you're viewed by the conglomerate, not by one
The
individual,
con-
right?
See, but that's the
Because one
problem. We
person,
put too much energy
listen,
on what the
your value,
conglomerate
hold on,
thinks.
let me finish the statement.
I got
So
you.
your value is not assessed by one person. Let me just try to make it as simple as possible. If I am a 7, if most girls rate me a 7 based on the qualities that I have, right? And most of the time I get viewed like a 7, right? And then I meet one girl that say he's a 10, that doesn't now make me a 10. Just because that one girl said I was a 10. I'm still a 7. Now, it
Okay.
doesn't matter that that person views me as a 10. I'm still a 7 in real life. Just to this one particular person, I'm a 10. Just like the porn star. She don't have value. Just because this one particular person view her as has some value. In a general sense, the majority of men would view her as not valuable. Because what would make her different from a prostitute? So a prostitute has value. So a nigga supposed to be like because he married a prostitute? Because that's
So
all
Okay.
a
let me
porn
ask you
star
this. Let
is.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Fa, I got a question now. That's
Yeah.
leading me to a
A,
question.
a different question.
If
Okay.
so, you're saying, because I get what you're saying. You're saying that if she's a porn star, then her value is determined by the fact that she's a porn star. The conglomerate is going to say she's not a prize, but she
Right.
find one person that calls her a prize,
Yes.
and that one person that calls her a prize
Doesn't matter.
is the only person that sees her as a prize. Nobody else sees her as a prize. So
Yeah.
how does are you sorry what you're saying? Who does she have to please? Like who is
No,
she?
I'm not. No.
Who
That's
is
not
she
what
trying
the.
to become? No, my question is who is she? Who does she have to be a prize to? Because why does the conglomerate
No,
matter?
but if she don't.
That's
Because
it.
we're talking in general. We're talking about what you are. Now we're talking about
But
what you are
so why don't I get to determine what I am? And
because
then
you
why
can't
don't
buy
I
yourself.
hold on, listen.
Okay. My
Why
bad.
don't I get to determine my own value? And
Okay.
why should I be on a situation or in a state where I gotta wait on somebody else to determine how valuable I am? Why can't I decide how valuable I am and give
I
myself
got
to the
you.
person who sees that value in me
I
rather
got you.
than, oh, this what y'all used to? This what y'all okay, but what if I don't decide to live in that space anymore?
Because you're not
Hold
a.
on, FA, before you answer. Hold on, let me read these. Gemini Smiley said, no, men are the prize. Mama said, Harlem Nights, according to FA, we know every wrong thing in the world. It's baby mama fault. You're wasting your breath. Tasha said, oh no, Harlem, I 100% believe fathers in the home does not stop a girl from being fast. I grew up with a busload of hoes with a good father in the home. And Mama said
Okay.
she's surprised to a bunch of men. And Mama said, I agree with Harlem Nights. And Mama said, what makes a woman a prize, FA? So you have another question. But that's your opinion. Tasha said, not tested, FA. Mama said, that's crazy. Tasha said, ideal. If you ran through available to all, easy to get or purchase, you have nothing special that hasn't been shared amongst the masses. That is FA's point.
Thank you.
And then Mama said, so FA, if a woman says you are a 5, does that make you a 5 now or a 7?
I'm
Swisher
with
said,
them. Okay, my bad.
Swisher said she's a prize because she's mine. Swisher's laughing.
Good for
And
you.
Mama said exactly. And Swisher said, bust load of hoes. Well, damn. All right, I'm gonna
Hey,
give you
shout out
time
to
to
you,
answer,
Swisher.
FA.
All the whores in the world would love to know you.
Who said that? I didn't see that comment.
No, Swisher says she's the prize simply because she's his. And I'm
Yeah.
saying, oh, okay, well, there's a lot of whores and prostitutes and women out here in the world that would love to date you because that's
Well,
that's your
I
view.
know.
Oh, can
I
I
don't
answer
like
the
to.
question? Oh, go ahead,
Yeah,
my
let
bad,
him.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was
Answer
just
the question,
gonna
FA.
say. I was just
Oh,
gonna say.
This is
My
what happened.
point was. My
Let me
point
address
was
top.
what
Oh, go ahead.
somebody. My point was what somebody determines as not being a prize. Somebody
Yeah.
else might look at it as this is something that I can work with. This is something that I
Don't
can
mean
turn
that.
into
Yeah,
something.
but they can be self-aware enough to know they're still not a prize. So listen.
But
So listen.
what other people think doesn't matter. It's
I
not.
know
Who
that. I know that's
cares?
what you like to.
No, that's
Everybody.
what
Who
it
you talking
is.
about?
Who
No, your
cares?
reputation matters, and how people think and view you matters. Okay, so that matters. I don't tell people that. Now, let me go back to Tasha. Tasha, I disagree with you only because I think you are responding to her, Harlem, and Harlem is responding to a point that I did not make. She's not listening fully because she's speaking in absolutes. I never said if you have a father in the home, then your daughter will not become a whore. That's not what I said. So you don't have to give me examples of women you know that had a father in their home that turned out to be hoes. I said, that's why I said listening is fundamental. It's less likely for a girl to be promiscuous if they have a father in the home. So
okay.
that's what, and fair enough. Harlem heard me, so she just disagrees. But your response was in disagreement to something that I didn't say. So that's the first one. Secondly, the next one was, baby, I was afraid of my father, da 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 da, him and her. Okay, Harlem, according to Harlem's whole debate, my fault. Um, she's the
Did you
prize to
answer
man.
Harlem's question?
No, I was about to. So Harlem, the reason why you can't create your own value, the reason why you can't determine your own value, you can't determine your own value, is because you can't be the seller and the buyer. So the seller provides something. They look at yourself like a product. If you put something on the shelf for $100, right? You're determining your value as $100. If no one buys you at $100, you can't also buy yourself for 100. Somebody has to look at you and say, this product is worth $100. See? So you can't determine your value and buy your value. Somebody has to view you like the way you view yourself. And most people, if you view yourself on a level that you're not on, your life will show it. It'll be determined by your options. Meaning there will be a lot of people not trying to buy you at $100. Didi, have you ever went somewhere and wanted something and then seen it was overpriced and said, oh, hell no, that's way too much. I ain't spending that
Yeah.
much money. So what does
Yeah.
that mean? That means that you're determining that thing is not worth that, right?
Not at that current price. No.
Not at that price. So you
Yeah.
see how you can't determine the price? No, I mean, you can determine your price, but you can't buy yourself. The buyer has to look at you as that valuable. So I don't care what you say to yourself. I don't care that you believe that whatever about yourself. I care about what does the world think of you. Now,
So why
now
do
if
So
you
I have?
let me.
Why do
Oh,
we
go
care
ahead,
what
because
the
I
world?
want to
because how
respond
you
to
feel
that.
about yourself only kids how you feel about yourself is just that. It's only for yourself. And I'm not saying you shouldn't care about yourself, but I'm just saying no one else has to care about you the way you care about yourself or
Okay.
view
So
you the way you view
can I
yourself.
respond to that? Can I
Okay.
respond to that?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this. I could be living in a home, right? And this can be my house that I bought, that I paid for. I can look at this house. This floor can be shaky. It can have cracks in the floor, the cracks in the walls, doors
Right.
hanging off. So this house, if I go and get it appraised, it's going to appraise at this value.
At a low
Say
value.
a low value, right?
Right,
I can
right,
then say, okay, this house appraises at this value, but this is the value that I want this house to be. And then I can
right.
start making adjustments and making
Sure.
investments in this home to
Yeah,
increase this home's value. Now,
sure,
mind you, my
sure.
past could be those broken doors. My past could
Yeah,
be those cracks in the walls. My
sure.
past could be the cracks in the floor and the bad foundation.
I
But
got you.
what I invest in me, what
Right.
I take and I invest in myself, when I take and I learn the lessons from the mistakes that I made
I
and the
got you.
bad
Then you
choices
can
that I
increase
made, now I can
your value.
increase my value. Once I increase my value, then I get to determine
Right.
who gets to partake in the value that I've invested
Well,
into
well, listen, you
myself.
can only increase your
Hold
value
on,
if
let me
you
finish.
viewed like that.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is, for me, for Miss Tan, and for anybody else who's out there listening, your
Right.
value does not have to be determined by your past or by what any other person has determined your value is going to be. You get to learn the lessons. You get to change your behavior. You get to
Right.
improve. You get to start working out. You get to start eating right. You get to start making healthy choices for yourself and creating your own value. Yes, you
I
do
got
get to
you.
create your
I
own
got
value.
you. I get you. No, you don't get to create your
And
own
then
value,
at
but I
that
get
point, hold on.
you
And
can
at that
increase your
point,
value though.
increasing, creating, same damn thing. And at that point, when I have created and increased my own value, then I get to determine who gets to partake of what I've worked so hard to create.
I
Okay,
got you.
hold
I
on,
got
FA.
you.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. I gotta respond to that.
Okay,
Please. It's gonna be quick. All I'm
okay.
gonna say is there are things that you can improve. I don't disagree that if you fat as shit, you can lose weight, right? There are areas in your life where you can increase your value. And then there are some areas that you can't. Right. So you can't untake back the hundreds of people you slept with. You see, so you can't improve that. You see, so certain areas in your life that you can improve. That's why I do agree. You can get better shape. You can become more kinder, what they call it, like more agreeable, like somebody that you want to be around, more loving. You lose your attitude. You can be less mean or what they call bitch face. You can do all of those things, and those things can improve you. But then there are some things you can't do. Some mistakes you've made that you cannot undo. And it is what it is. And that's the part where I'm saying that you're right and wrong. I agree with some parts, but there are some areas that you can't improve. Once you
Okay,
do
hold
it,
on.
it's done.
Hold on, let me read these comments. And then we're gonna get final thoughts together because we're like at an
Okay.
hour and 30. Mama said you was a whole FA. Does that make you less of a prize?
No.
Swisher said exactly what other folks think should never matter. That's very untrue. Gemini
True.
Smiley said, Mama, that actually brings the man value up. Women love known men.
That's very true.
Swisher said, so he's saying he only wants a woman of somebody else want her. If somebody else want her, no.
No, I'm saying that most women that I want, other men tend to want.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Mama said that's the thing, not people. If you care what others think, you will forever be disappointed.
No, that's not true. You should care you should care how people view you.
That's very
I didn't
true.
say it shouldn't determine how you view yourself completely, but how you operate. So how about this? For all the straight men in the world, you should care if everybody thinks you're homosexual. Okay, if everybody's walking around looking at you like a homosexual, this is why you don't listen to women, because you should care about what people think of you, right? I'm not saying that it should be your total identity of how you view yourself, but how you present yourself to the world, you should care. Okay, how they view you. Okay, go ahead.
That's crap, because some people can only see you through the lens of their own
I ain't talking
trauma.
about some, obviously. I'm talking
just saying
about most.
The majority of people see you through the lens of their own
Oh
trauma.
no, man. The
of their
majority of
own
people
judgment.
view me as the person that I am.
For so long, we've been telling women that are overweight that's not, you ain't supposed to be overweight. You need to lose weight. That's not
You
healthy.
do. It's not healthy.
There are people who are perfectly healthy overweight.
There's no such thing as being overweight and perfectly healthy. There's no such thing as obese women and perfectly healthy.
Everybody that's big don't have diabetes. That's
you're not in
true.
perfect health though. You're not in perfect health.
But I'm still saying everybody that's overweight is it's
Everybody
not
that's overweight
always
that's not sickly. I
they don't
agree.
yeah, they
Everybody,
don't always
but
be
that don't
sick. It's
mean
not
they.
always a
That's true.
problem. And
They
it's not
will
always a
be.
problem for
No, but they
them.
will be eventually. They just
All
not
right,
No,
yet.
it
hold
don't
on. Let
have
me
to be.
finish reading. Y'all get your final thought together. Tasha
Okay.
said, let's just all agree that if you a baby mother, according to FA, you have no value. She said, I love trolling,
Murder
FA.
baby mother.
Swisher said, if she's not a virgin, FA don't want her.
Murder
Tasha
baby mother,
said,
y'all.
Mama said to you, I thank God every day I don't have one, LOL. Swisher said, if you out here caring what people think, something wrong with you. And Tasha said, baby
Basically.
mama equals trash. Single mamas equal recycled trash. Joke, FA.
I do kind of
Swisher
believe
said,
that though.
if that might need to be a T-shirt. Are you joking? I'm sorry. Swisher said, if you confident in you, who cares what anyone thinks? I don't know about obese and perfect health going together. And Mama said, FA don't be an ass. Any woman that deals with you is an angel.
So no, first of all, it's always listen. Let me just say this, and this is what I've learned about women too. When you have no vested when men that have no vested interest in trying to date you will be the most honest with you. Men that no, I'm just being honest. But if a man likes you, a lot
You
of
gonna
times
lie?
men will not say certain things because he don't want to offend, he don't want to argue, he don't want you to view him a certain kind of way. That don't mean he's telling you the truth. See what I'm saying? Oh, that's not meaning he telling you what he really thinks. He just got some pussy he's trying to get. He ain't trying to fuck it up, in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? And I think women are just so not used to. They're getting better at it now, but they're just so not used to the real truth of men. Like what men really think. They're not used to, because just like me, I used to lie to women all the time too. I mean, not lie, but I wouldn't tell them the truth. I wouldn't tell them like, you think I would tell a promiscuous girl that I just want to sleep with, that I look at women that sleep with a lot of men as low level? You think I would tell that to her? No, I wouldn't tell that to her. Because I'm trying to sleep with her. Why would I tell her that? That might mess up my chances. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, we're not going to reveal certain things if we try to get something out of you.
All right. Tasha said FA made me choke on air. And Mama said, who wants to date you? Lord help them. All right, let's
Man,
do
so many. Listen, so many. You just don't
let's
know.
do some final thoughts. Who wants to go first?
My final thought is she go to jail.
Okay.
I
She
agree.
going to jail. Yeah, I agree. She going to jail. She should have had a conversation with her daughter, and not no threaten. You don't threaten her into not bringing men, and not no 13-year-old girl that you already know you got issues with. You know she's going to rebel. You know your child.
Yeah.
13 years old. That is the age. And Didi, I know you can remember. I know your mom on the phone, so we can only talk so much. But at 13 years old, we started looking at boys. We started doing things like lying about our ages.
Girl, I
You
was in
know,
the coat closet. Smooth.
listen,
Trying to get
listen.
a
We
smooch.
Smooth.
okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
started
Hell
doing what we
yeah.
started
Hell yeah.
doing. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? So
yeah.
20-year-old boy, I have a son. I remember when he was 20, he was a boy. At 20, he was a boy. I don't care what he thought or what his mind told him. At 20, that was a boy. And I had to have those conversations with him. Don't get caught up in no little girl's room. You get caught, she gonna tell her daddy you tried to rape her or you broke in, and then now you gonna be in a bad situation. We gotta have these conversations with our kids, and we need to have them for when they're young. And yeah, mama going to jail because she acted out of emotion, and she should have got herself together.
I agree with Harlem. Mama going to jail. She should go to jail. I don't agree that a 20-year-old is a boy. He's way out of pocket sleeping with a 13-year-old.
He probably didn't
He's
even
so
know.
fu- he's so maybe he didn't, but I'm assuming he did. Like I'm speaking, my opinion is coming from him knowing that girl. Because I was 20, and you could not trick me. A 13-year-old could not trick me. There is no such thing as a 13-year-old girl tricking me into thinking that she's not 13. Because I'm not, even at 20, I'm not dealing with 15-year-olds. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even dealing with a 15-year-old. You see what I'm saying? So that 13 to 20 to me is unexplained, unacceptable, and is undefensible, in my opinion. And I don't care that she told you was 15. I'm not going for that either. The girl 13 is it's almost a million to one chance that this girl doesn't resemble a little girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about even if she developed, you usually can talk to him for 2 minutes and realize that she's a little girl. You see what I'm saying? So To me, I disagree with that part. Like, no, he should have. I would have been pressing him to go to jail at
Yeah.
20 years old, dealing with a 13-year-old. I don't want to hear that. Now, closer in age, 19, 16. Okay, I'm with you on that type of stuff. But 20, 20,
He
he
had
was
special.
21.
His teacher said he had special needs.
Oh, well, then
Allegedly.
that's something. Well, that's different then. Well, then that's completely different then. Then because if not mentally all there, then I take all that back. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I'm talking about normal functioning people. See what I'm saying? 20 years old, you know a damn 13-year-old. And
Mama
that's
said,
my final
I'm sure
thought.
the hood patrol. LOL.
Speak for
And
yourself. I keep it G.
yeah,
Man, shout out to you, brother.
and feel how you feel about it, and then to lie. And Mama said her mindset is 13. My final thoughts, you guys enjoy your weekend. If you're in Georgia, Atlanta, make sure you listen. I'm on 12 to 4 Saturday, 2 to 7 on Sunday, Kiss 104.1. I have another interview dropping with Terrell Carter from Beauty and Block, Varney, where he's talking about, because, oh, baby, I'm going to tell y'all this, because I had the interview with him, and he did not tell me that a season 4 was about to come out. So I'm kind of teed off because I'm like, I'm asking you questions thinking that this show is about to come to an end, and you got the thing over here. But it's okay. I got some other stuff planned with him, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, enjoy you guys this weekend. I don't think she should go to jail. I think that little nigga should have kept his ass up out of her house, and he would not be unalived.
You think that man shouldn't go? You think you should be able to murder people and not go to jail?
I think you should keep your I think you should keep your shit out of some. Well, I'm not saying he knew how old she was, but you had no business being in that woman's house.
Yeah, but if you're invited in somebody's house, you know you can't
Her
kill
daughter,
somebody.
she don't pay no bills up in that house.
It doesn't
She
matter
still, it
if you're
doesn't matter.
invited. It doesn't matter. You're invited them in the house.
She still lived there.
So let me ask you this. So hold on. It's gonna be ridiculous. But if your 13-year-old daughter invites the postman in to drink some water and you walk in, you can blow his brains out.
No, because I'm
Then what's the difference?
What do you mean? Because I'm not. First of all, I'm not shooting. I'm asking question. I would ask a question first.
So that's what she should have
If I
did.
catch you
That
under
right.
if I catch you under my 13-year-old daughter's bed, I know what the hell is going on. I'm not here. I'm not home.
Yeah, but I still need to ask questions.
But it doesn't matter too. Because y'all don't okay. Deadly force is not something you get to pick and choose how you want to use it. Deadly force has a
I know. Trust me.
standard. You can't just use it when you feel like it.
I'm familiar with the laws in Georgia. I'm definitely because Georgia is definitely a stand your ground state. But I know in certain situations, like this situation, because he was running, you can't do that. Because they will charge you with murder here.
You can't shoot him under the bed.
You can't shoot nobody under the bed.
You're right.
You can't shoot nobody in your house.
See, I'm telling you,
that was invited in.
That would not have been my story. There would.
Oh, you'd have went to jail too.
No, I wouldn't have went to jail because I would have known how to make up the story. That wouldn't have been my story.
It would have, but the fact that you shot him,
it would have been an intruder.
If you shoot somebody in the back of the head,
you'd have to get your daughter to agree with that, and you'd have really went to jail because them text messages would have revealed it all.
Right?
But text messages. No case.
No, I'm talking about the text message between you and your daughter, the daughter and that man. It would revealed that they had a relationship. And that would have been known that he was invited in.
She could have been oblivious to the mama could have been oblivious to their relationship.
That's why you can't. That's why you can't just
be killing people. Yeah.
Anyway, if you thought about it, if you want to have your ass underneath my daughter's bedroom, then you go catch a hot one. It is what it. I'm saying it online. You gonna catch a hot one if I had a daughter, but I don't have.
Who's the HW?
Hold on, I'm gonna read these last comments and then we're gonna go. Swisher said special needs, but he knew how to hide though. That's what I'm saying. Pecan Brown said did Hal discuss his personal life is very interesting. Yeah, I need more details on what kind of special needs he was.
And there's levels to this too.
Right. Yeah. And Mama said he was under the bed. That's a difference. And Swisher said you can shoot under the bed.
Y'all listen to these people. This is why you can't listen to black.
Y'all going to jail.
Y'all right. Keep listening to niggas. I'm telling you right now.
To jail.
Y'all gonna be your mama's gonna be crying. You're gonna have a GoFundMe. Keep listening to niggas. Okay.
You can't just even if they come in my house and I pull a gun and they retreat and I shoot them and they're retreating, I can go to jail.
Yeah,
because
That's
they're
sure.
retreating.
one of the reasons why she's
Yeah.
going. She shot him in the back of the head. That means he was on his way
I
out.
would
He
have
was
let that little
leaving.
nigga attack me. Oh my
It don't look like he was trying.
my life.
But it don't look like he was trying to attack her. It looked like he was trying to get the hell out.
I would have shot him in his damn pinky toe. Or maybe I would have shot the piece of his little tip off. Now you can't have sex with nobody else. Go sit your ass down somewhere.
He'd have caught these hands. He'd have caught these hands. I'll take an assault charge. I ain't killing him.
Not unless it's, yeah, she shot him in the back, so that's why she is probably going to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
She couldn't shoot him in the front.
No.
He's not a burglar. He's not committing a burglary.
He's
not
invited.
breaking into your home. You can't shoot people that's invited in your home because they're in your home. They're in your home because you invited them in your home.
Right.
The reason why you can shoot a burglar because they weren't invited in the home.
I told you what. Listen, I told you what my story finna be. Oh my God.
I'll tell you right now. Don't listen to. Okay.
You're going to jail.
Jokes, y'all. You're going to jail, people.
You're going to jail.
DD is playing, y'all. DD is joking. Don't listen to DD.
Going to jail.
Y'all going to jail.
You're going to jail. They're going to put handcuffs on you.
Investigation to discovery.
They're going to book you. You're going to jail.
Mama said, I'm not shooting, but trust the fear of God would be in him. And Swisher said, yeah, she can invite him. She can. He said, yeah, she can. She didn't invite him. Is what
the daughter did. Maybe you don't know that, but the daughter invited him in.
Okay.
The daughter invited him in.
Yeah, as long as he was invited, it don't matter if the daughter pays bills or not. The daughter that's her domicile. That's where she lives. So because she lives there, she has the right to invite who she wants.
But if the mama told her not to have company, then
she's just being disobedient. That still does not justify taking somebody's life. She's just being disobedient. That doesn't justify taking a life. You can't do that. What she
should have probably did was call the police on his ass and had his ass arrested.
She should have called the police and left it at that. Yeah. That's it.
That's what we agreed to. And he should have went to jail.
That's it.
And he should have went to jail.
But mama had a point to prove, and that daughter knew. The daughter knew. I feel like that daughter set her up.
Guess what? That's it. Point proven, and welcome to 3 Hots in the Cot. Okay? I hope it was worth it.
There you go.
I hope it was worth it.
Right.
Okay?
That
was an expensive point.
Listen.
When keeping it real goes
wrong. Yeah.
Because look, now she will be braiding hair for commissary.
Get off my line. See y'all on Monday, y'all. Have a good week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.